All right, welcome back. Well, yes, as you've seen there, Uju Kennedy Hananya joins us next. She is the Minister of Women Affairs. Good morning, and thank you for coming on today.
Good morning. Thank you.
So how are you settling into office?
I'm so excited, really, because I have a lot to do. So many things are going on. So many things have been going on before the new president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, came in. And I am willing and ready to address them. I'm willing to fight for the women. I'm willing to stand by them. I'm willing to defend the voiceless, who are the children. I'm very eager to do my work.
So what do you have on ground to work with? Did you get any handover notes from your predecessor? What did you find?
They gave me handover notes, both the former minister and the Justice Permanent Secretary that just left. I looked into it, but I can assure you that I'm not dwelling on that yet. Because if I start looking back, look forward will be a problem, and there's a lot to be done. All those other issues could be addressed later. Let me focus on how to get Nigerian women and children to live better and feel better and be protected so that they can breathe like the president asked us to do.
What can we, is there any, tell us about your focus, your plan, your vision. What do we expect from you?
I have a lot. I hope I have enough time to talk about it. Number one, let me start from the voiceless, who are the babies and children. So many things are going on. I'm sure Nigerians know. And I want to tell you, Chamberlain, I need the media to do this work. Media will solve almost 80 or 70% of Nigerian problems, especially on women and children, by looking into matters that concern them and addressing it without sentiment. So I am making sure now that the children that are voiceless must be protected. Let me give you an example. There's an 8-year-old girl that was defiled by the stepfather, 8-year-old girl. As we speak, the mother is not eager anymore to continue with the case. All that planning around it through police, court, is how to get the man go free. Nobody is thinking about what that girl is feeling, the kind of depression that might be going inside her, and no one will see that, except you understand what it means to defile by an elderly person, an 8-year-old child. So what am I doing now? I'm suing the woman for negligence. She's doing that because nobody has actually followed her up on the negligence that brought about the defilement of that child. So I'm going to sue her for negligence. Then I'm going to insist on the man going to court. I'm going to use my office to sue the man on behalf of the child, because the child, it belongs to the state. That you are the mother doesn't mean you will relax and this child will go through all this and the man that did it will go free. So these are some of the issues that I know Nigeria has, that is going on in Nigeria today. So,
well, isn't that going to compound the matter for the child? Because you still need the parents to ensure that they continue, or at least make sure she gets a proper upbringing. You need some manner of cooperation from the parents. So if you sue her, how is that going to help anything?
That will make her sit up and understand that she owes that girl some duties. If not, if she steps aside and allows the man to be prosecuted, I will not have issues with her. But if she doesn't do that, I will sue her, and I'm going to involve the welfare officers. I'm going to involve the mother of their state, who is the governor's wife. I will involve them. We'll be checking on the girl and we'll be following up. I'm even looking at giving the girl scholarship to make sure she's okay. But for the man to go free, no way, Kimberly.
Now, why do you think there's a gap? Why do
abandoning patients when they're taken there on emergency? And I know, even as we speak from here, I'm heading to my Tema hospital. I'm going to there to fight on behalf of the late girl that they abandoned, so that we make sure it never happens again. So we're going to get more than enough funds to do this work. As we speak, I'm already using the little funds I have to empower the women. I'm bringing in, I'm arranging for roasting machine for roasting 500 fish a day. I'm going to give it to some people in Lagos where they have fish available, and some other states, they have fish available. I'm getting in rice milling machines, 4 steps of rice milling machines. I'm going to increase the number of bags of rice the women could produce. That will give them more money, and that could equally bring down the price of rice. I don't really need so much to achieve some of these things. All it needs is a better organization. And when you organize yourself better, these things are gotten so cheaply here in Nigeria because the fish machine is produced here in Nigeria, and some of these things I'm going to get are here, except very few that we still have to bring in from China due to lack of time. And we want to deliver these things and deliver a lot of bags of rice within the 100 days of my stay here.
Just before I yield the floor to my colleague, you were quoted as advocating the use of children for the production of toothpick recently, as it is done in China to reduce unemployment. I'd like you to articulate that, because some would see that as child labor, and how proper that will be within the context of the high number of out-of-school children that Nigeria is currently bedeviled with.
My dear girl, or girl or woman, I don't know. I have addressed this issue severally. I was on Arise TV, I addressed it. I never said the children will be used for production of toothpicks. I don't know why you people keep mentioning toothpick. I want you to realize that toothpick is one of the best businesses anybody can do, because we are still importing it. Shamelessly, we are still importing toothpick. And if we start producing it here, when we have all the machineries we need, all the raw materials are here, and we start producing it, that will bring in a lot it will help to build a nation. So when you mention toothpick, I mention it as if it is nothing. And moreover, I never said the children should produce toothpick. I said I want to put on vocational machines in schools where these children will learn skills. If they learn skills, it will help them to have a voice, to say, no, I don't want to marry now, because she has something to help herself with when she gets to 18 years. I never said while they're in school they should produce in it. And I always said, I will not bring just ordinary people to teach them. I will have it as a factory there, so that while they're being taught, the factory can equally be producing that same thing and be making small money to empower those girls when they leave school and turn 18. That was exactly what I said. Not that we are going to use our children to produce toothpick, but they will be in classes. I will tell you, there's a school in Gariki. I've said it before, and I'm saying it again. I hope Nigerians won't get bored with my repetition of these things. In this school, I went there personally to visit them. They have a lot of acquisition centers. They have for plumbers. They have people that produce chairs. These children go there, the ones that are plumbers. A lot of girls are learning to be a plumber in future in this place. And they're producing things while they're teaching them. The tables they're using in their schools are produced from those factories that they're teaching them those acquisitions from. Yeah. So what are we talking about? Why should it be misunderstood? That's why I keep telling you, I need media to push this thing forward. If you continue discouraging ministers that want to work according to the agendas of this president, in normal circumstances, I would have been hiding under the table by now with the kind of scandal that was bringing up about my work.
Well, what's interesting, madam...
People, we need you to do this work.
Yeah. What's interesting is that as far back as the Obasanjo administration in this Fourth Republic, he banned toothpick importation, among many other things, and one wonders why that is still an issue. But, let me focus on collaborations, madam. First, with other ministries, departments, and agencies that you need to work with. I hear you saying you want to empower some women, and all. But we also know that there is a ministry in charge of social welfare and all of that, and they are doing a number of things in that regard, ensuring that the women on the National Social Register, especially those who are the breadwinners in their homes, the leaders of their homes, they also get good enough representation. So let's speak about collaboration. How difficult or not is it for ministries such as yours and that of the social welfare development, humanitarian affairs and all in particular, I mean, just starting with those ones, to collaborate so that your job is easier and you are able to work together to help Nigerians get the needed interventions to make their lives better?
Okay. It's Ministry of Health that is in charge of social welfare. Ministry of Health. And we're collaborating. We're even going to have a meeting with the First Lady today. And I'm assuring you we're doing things together. But the particular issue of empowerment I'm talking about, I want to introduce it the way I feel it's going to help these women. And then others will join. I'm doing partly with education, partly with Ministry of Health, humanitarian. Humanitarian is equally doing her bit. All of us, under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we really, really want to make sure that the poor breathe and that nobody suffocates them. So we're collaborating seriously.
It will be
and
interesting.
All hands are on deck.
Yes, it'll be interesting, madam, to determine, to be able to identify the areas of collaboration so that there are no clashes and there is no unnecessary grandstanding, because you know that we've seen that, excuse me, previously in the country where some ministries, ministers are trying to grandstand, against each other. The Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, are in charge of the social register and all. So what kind of collaboration is really happening with that ministry and Ministry of Health as well? Primary health care and all those things also take place. If you can give us an idea of what kinds of collaborations are happening with other ministries and ministers who are your colleagues.
Okay, it's the Ministry of Health that is in charge of social welfare. It has been moved to Ministry of Health. And we had a meeting shortly before I traveled home for my mom's burial. That was a day before I traveled home for my mom's burial, which was on Tuesday last week. And we agreed on both breast cancer on women and other cancers that concerns women. And there will be vaccination free for these women. The jingles will come on air very soon, and the town criers will equally move ahead to do what they need to do to sensitize the women about it. And when we're doing that, we equally use a woman that they will trust enough, especially in the north, to explain to them what's going on. Then humanitarian affairs, she has her duties. My duties and hers are not generally the same. She could go there and empower women in a way to solve their humanitarian crisis. In my own case, I'm empowering them with machineries to make them start producing things and make it more sustainable. So if I do that and humanitarian gives them money and other things they will use to settle in, it still works together. It's a win-win. Okay. So for now, we should all focus on our own, be on our tracks for now and get it done. And we're going to complement each other with what we are doing from different angles to arrive to the center where we achieve the agenda of the president.
All right.
So that's how we're actually collaborating. I even went to the education on the issue of adolescent girls. Good. And I insisted that if these girls will be brought, I would like to see the list. Because I remember before my president came in, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there was money meant for farmers, or female farmers, that was in a central bank. At the end of the day, a lot of rich people went and accessed those monies. So now I want to be sure the list of people they are giving out, so that we'll be 100% sure that these are people that really need our help, the vulnerables. And I discussed with the Minister for Education. He gave me his word. I've written letters to all the people I'm supposed to collaborate with.
Okay.
I can send these letters to you with the date it was received.
Well,
and told them
that's cheering news,
things have changed.
Yeah.
Now, and anything concerning women, I have to be involved.
Now, since you want to be involved in everything that concerns women, how about your collaboration with state governments? Because you know, of course, that they are closer to the people in their different states, and those are the people you also want to intervene in their lives. So how easy is collaboration with the state governments, with their own ministries in charge of women affairs?
We have women affairs commissioners across the nation. As we speak, they are working with me. They are amazing. The governors are cooperating. It's as if this is the time for women and children. This is the time for Nigerian masses. I can't even explain the kind of understanding and collaboration I'm getting from these angles. And we're having a meeting in 2 weeks' time with all the commissioners. This is the second time I'm having these meetings with them. We had one at Calabar, but this new one is to get them more involved in the new narration we have brought in. So that is the point.
All right, well, I have to thank you for coming on here today, and definitely we'll be back and get some updates in terms of your plans, your focus, what you've achieved, and how to move forward. So for now, we thank you for coming on. Uju Kennedy Ohanaye, Minister of Women Affairs, who is also a lawyer. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you. God bless you.
All right, well, back in a moment. Stay on with us.